welcome to Dailies on TVRC. My name is Kolawole Itinoloa. Joining me on set is
Oyedo Kumade doing somewhere.
With me is the Vanguard newspaper.
And with me is Punch newspaper. On the front page of Punch newspaper, Tinubu to Shettima. Babachi biting fingers are fading, says ex-minister Shitu. Federal government will generate 160 billion naira from coal data taxes. More states to procure AK-47 as insecurity worsens. And on the same front page of Punch, Sharia law only for Muslim, Sultan tells corpers. Anambra cleric abducted after midnight prayer. And on the same front page of Punch, hospital denies rationing first, says the sixth case critical. Cybercrime. EFCC naps corpers, orders recover 8.7 million naira, including cars. And also on the front page of Punch, Lagos policemen, sheriffs invade house, destroy 500 million naira properties. Kwara pupils hands serve for failing exam. And also on the front page of Punch, Ghanaian fishermen jailed for trafficking marijuana. Lawan contractor resumed waste collection after Punch report. And also it's imperative for us to take this one also. We won't allow Lawan block Buhari's sacking, says senators. And on the front page of Punch, Atiku names Milai ex-APC chieftain campaigns spokesperson. And let me take this one also, coming from the front page of Punch. Oyetola tribunal moves wasteful, anti-people says Osun's PDP. Enugu Labour Party pick governor's candidate. Well, let me take this one more so that we can move straight to the analysis. Osun APC's rule out negotiation with Aregbesola faction. So, Ms. Itunu, let's look at this, the case of cybercrime in Nigeria. Now, it was said here that AFCC naps corpers, others recovered 8 points. It's not even about money, but let's look at these people that are serving their country, the corpers. So, what's your take on that?
Okay, concerning this cybercrime EFCC naps corpers, I think this issue is actually due to insecurity. Let me just put this way: insecurity by people, and I think the government should find a way to make sure that things go in the right way, so that the even occurring will actually stop. And it's due to insecurity. So
well, I think the blame should be put on the corpers.
Yeah,
that's the fact. Because the reason why they are serving their country, they are serving their father's land. And yet, EFCC, going by what is happening here, I think when it comes to the corpers, they have their own rights, they have their institution, they have their constitution which they followed. And crime is one out of it, that they shouldn't commit themselves into any form of crimes while during their service.
Also, even we can also put the blame on, we can actually put the blame on the government, but
yes,
you know, as we've said, the corpers have to be blamed,
yes,
because we assume that they are serving their father's land, yes, and at least with the little the government are paying, they should be able to be satisfied with what they are getting. So going into that extent of committing crime is something that should not be looked into. So the corpers should at least admit to stop the negative aspect.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at this one also. Kwara pupils answer for failing exam. This is.
I think this is this is nothing, but
it's not a good news.
It's not a good news, because I assume that a student that actually goes to school, your aims and objective is for you to acquire your goals in life and you come out successful. So any student that actually goes to school, you must be able to know what you are going to school to do. So if you are going to school, you must be able to know that, oh, you want to go and study to achieve your goals. So when you are failing your exam, it means that you are not competent enough, or you are not doing what you're asked to do by probably your lecturers or your tutor. You're not doing what exactly you're doing. So going on hanging out for the students, and you telling everyone that you fail your exam is not a news at all. So it's actually in the hands of the students by not doing what they're asked to do.
Well, it's also fall on the parents' part also, because some parents will be like, you must not fail, you fail. You know, some people know what they are facing once they fail a particular subject in school, and when they get them, the kind of criticism from their parents. So, but all I'm gonna say here is this, the fall of a man, the downfall of a man is not the end of his life. If you fail, that doesn't mean that you cannot pass in the nearest future. Now, taking your life, committing suicide is out of it. Is that that's just the advice we can give to our viewers at home.
Life is bound to, you are bound to fail in life.
Yes,
so when you fail today, it doesn't mean that you are a total failure.
Yes.
And there's a word I normally tell people, like, that is the reason why you are here doesn't mean you are there.
Yes.
That is the difference between here and there is T, which is time.
Yes.
So time is for everything. So when you fail today, it doesn't mean you're going to be a failure tomorrow. So the discussion centers on the student and also the parents, as you earlier said.
Yes. Okay, let's take a look at this, because this one is coming up from Lagos, and it has been it's becoming alarming in that Lagos in particular, about this cultist. Now, so that cultists kill tree in Lagos community. Don't you see that Lagos state government, they are unable to curb the manners of these cultists in Lagos state in particular?
All right. Yes. They are not able. That's number one. The number two. Let me just bring discussion back to the life of the student now. Okay. Don't be surprised that those cultists, they will actually be those people that they are presently at home now. Probably maybe because of the ASU strike, or because of they are not going to school. So definitely they'll be able to mix up with bad gangs and nothing to do. They don't have anywhere to go. So definitely they will be part of those people. So I assume that the ASU strike is really causing a lot of issue on ground now, because most of them, they are students. Most of the cultists, most of them, they are students. So definitely if they don't have anything doing now, definitely those things will continue to happen.
Yes,
so to continue to happen.
Yes,
so
that's true.
The ASU strike is causing a lot of problem now.
I want us to take a look at it from this aspect also. There are some cultists that they are not even students. So it's something that is the rate of cultism in the country now is now widening to the extent that we cannot limit it to students only.
Yes.
So we now have it all around, just like we have bread.
Yeah.
And,
even we have cultists here, as you said earlier on.
Yes.
We have cultists that they are not students, and
yes.
we have the ones that they are not educated at all.
Yes.
But the ones that are not educated, they are the ones influencing the educated ones. Even the ones that are educated, they are supposed to use their intelligence to know that what they are doing is actually very bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? What they are doing is actually very bad. So in a situation like this, I think the government, the federal government, should just find a way to make security paramount. Like there should be adequate security.
There is kind of battle in upstairs here that how can you just say fire? That this thing is fire, then you just decided to go in by yourself, because you know that this is an organization that you cannot publicize that, okay, yes, truly, this, if you're in an NGO stuff, a non-government organization, you'll be boast of yourself that, okay, this is where I belong. Exactly. But this kind of thing is nothing that is nothing to write home about, that you can be so proud about that. That's true. Proud that I pray that the Lord God will help us.
Amen.
So let me take this one before we dash into your own newspaper.
Okay.
Hospital denies rationing forest, says disease. But according to the report, the deceased family says it was due to power outage. So what's your concern? But the hospital will deny the outage that it's because of stress. So this thing we don't have a good or standard standard message from this, that who is right and who is wrong. But let's take both together. So what do you have to say?
We should look at both sides. We should look at both sides. We can actually blame the hospital, and we can say we want to blame the family of the deceased. So the point is kind of interwoven.
Yes.
So let's talk about the hospital. Okay, the family said the hospital is not maybe the medical doctor or the people in the hospital, they are not competent enough
to power outreach.
Exactly,
Yes.
They are not competent enough to handle the situation due to power outreach.
Yes.
And the medical doctor was saying that the woman is actually suffering from breast cancer, and it's has almost taken her life. So
yes.
The issue is kind of contradicting. So we can't actually put the blame on the hospital and also put the blame on the family. But I'll just say that everything works out for good, and we know that God is in control.
What I just have to add to what you've said is that let's assume that it's power outage, that our hospitals, they should find prevent solution to this. We have all this kind of, I don't want to advertise, but we have other means of electricity.
Most hospitals will complain of fuel scarcity. Yes, they will complain of fuel scarcity, that there is no fuel. So definitely, when there is no power, they were unable to get fuel to power the electric supply. So that is it. So there's another thing. The government also should find a way to let the circulation of electricity to be very okay, because we are really suffering from electricity.
Okay, let's these are the juicy and the tragic stuff I have here, and I think I've exhausted it. So let's have what you.
Okay, on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, 2023, Atiku Wike meets, pledge to resolve PDP crisis in 7 days. State of the nation, Nigerian in deeper hole than in 2015, Sanusi. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, Kuje attack, NSCDC presents 2.8 million to stain personnel's family. Rescue Nigerians from transport unions. Pastor kidnapped in Anambra. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, death for baby Anifa's killer. Nigeria remains Spain's tragic partner, Consul General. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, assessing ECOWAS relevance to Nigeria in an era of dulling national economy. Akeredolu urged to present staff of office to Ondo Oba elect. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, carton of rotten woods and ants. Onsuka traders mobilize support for Ogunwanyi, Mba, Abba, other PDP candidates. Nigerian security architecture gasping to breathe. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, PDP crisis, Atiku Wike to set up joint consultation committee. INEC project 95 million voter population for 2023 poll. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, 2022 Oshuguba, APC goes to tribute. Still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, 2023 election, I will be devoid of any wuruwuru, Buhari assures. Atiku Wike meets, pledge to resolve PDP crisis in 7 days. Lastly, on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, organ harvesting trials, Ekure Madu to remain in custody. All right, let's start with this news. This news that says 2023 Atiku Wike meets, pledge to resolve PDP crisis in 7 days. What's your take on that?
Well, to me, my take on that is that that is the best thing they could do to make sure that, because instead of focusing on the campaign level now, but they are focusing on the crisis right now. But if this crisis is not taken out on time, it will affect their campaign, which I'm very sure of. But this is a very good move from Atiku and Wike to meet together and be on a larger height. Let them put heads together and let all hands be on desk. Let the both party will state out their mind and clear all the views on the air, so that they could focus on 2023 election on the Pacific, because this is a very big crisis that if they fail to amend the amendable right now before it get out of hands.
Yes, because because unity is very important.
Yes, yes.
Because
yes.
if there's no unity, there will not be results.
They can't stand.
They can't stand. So there should be unity. The PDP, the APC, there should be unity in it. So thank you. So let's talk about this one. Rescuing Nigerians from transport union. What's your take on that?
These transport union organizations of Nigeria is alarming because I witnessed a case yesterday whereby these policemen they ambushed themselves they ambushed an Okada rider just because of 100 naira, and this man was just complaining to them like, okay, when I'm coming or something. This is from the part of the police, but let's talk about this transportation stuff. The way they are extorting commercial drivers is alarming. It's alarming, and even I've witnessed some in the past years that they are the major cause of traffic at times, and they are the major cause of accident at times. So it should be controlled. Both from the I think that it only be controlled from federal level. So the federal level will pass it to the state, and the state will have to monitor on the local government, and they will have to impose. I don't know if it's going to be constitutionalized or it's just we have just imposed it on them that okay, this is how you should operate, and they should operate in a technical manner. I think that should be the best thing. You give them the tickets for them, and they pay the ticket, and after the ticket, then let them go. So that you collect from here, you collect there, you collect there. You have money to deliver. You have your families at home to deliver. Okay, daddy is back. So what are we going to do? But if all these agents have collected half of the money, so what do you expect them to bring home? So that is where this fighting and accidents, traffic comes up. So I think federal government and state government, even local government should work on that.
Federal government, state government, local government should work on that aspect. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now let's talk about this PDP crisis at SICU. We came to set up joint consultation committee. What to take on that?
Well, I think it's what we said in the beginning that when Atiku and Wike meet to prejudice such. So I think that is what they are trying to do. So where just different phrases on the same newspaper.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about this 2023 election. With the vote of any Buhari assumes. What's your take on that?
Let's hope it works, and let's hope it works because if we want to look at it from the past, this rule of the thing that our Mr. President says that it's becoming alarming, and we know how it has been occurring. It has become an occurring decimal. Exactly. But so our president is assuring us now, and let's just believe that all this will that it will be out of election coming 2023. Let's just believe and very, very sure. Let us be positive here. Let's be positive. So
okay. We should be positive about the election, as the president has rightly said that that there will not be wuru in this 2023 election. So let's just assume that he's saying the right thing. So we're going to get a positive return. So we've come to the end of the dailies for today. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time. We see you, your presenter. My name is Kola Ole Tumulua.
My name is Oyedo Kwalido Isamu.
See you next time. Bye.